Hi people, welcome to my channel Wise Habits. This is your boy Muzo, back again with another video. I'd like to say it's been a while since I dropped my last video. It's been a few weeks, and I think it's because I'm getting closer to my target, which is 10 videos for the year, and this is my 7th I'm dropping, and I've slowed down, but I need to beat that and do a little bit more, so I'll get back on my consistency. And I'd like to say, listen, if you subscribe to the channel, watch the videos, like, comment and share them. Listen, thank you as always, and I appreciate you guys. And so I'm gonna drop this quick video, and this one I've entitled just choices. See, something we do and make on a daily basis. Choices or decisions, you can choose which one. I'm gonna be using both synonymously, just swapping, but otherwise let's get into it. I'd like to start with this statement: the choices or decisions you make determine the outcome of your life. It's as simple as that. I'll repeat it. The choices and decisions you make determine the outcome of your life. You see, I've noticed that human beings, it's amazing just how much thought and planning goes into the choices we make when building a product as opposed to building our lives. See, when a house is being built, no brick or pipe laid was placed without careful consideration, knowing fully what it's going to serve and possibly how long. However, when it comes to building the most crucial thing, which is our lives, think about it. Just how much choices, or should I say, how many choices or decisions have you made in the last day, week, or month will serve you well in the near or long-term future? Think about this and see what you're spending most of your time doing. See, the majority of us spend most of our time doing what's unnecessary. These things bear no fruit or profit into our lives, whilst the other number, or should I say, whilst a fair number of us spend our time doing what's good rather than what's right. So you could add the word choice there. So I'll explain this, because this is where it gets interesting. You see, a good choice can be a distraction from the right choice. And what do I mean by that? I'm not saying what's good is bad. However, what's good is not necessarily right, but what's right is ultimately good. So now I'm going to try to put this in perspective. Again, I'll repeat that quote again. What's good is not necessarily right, but what's right is ultimately good. So to put this in perspective, I'm going to use the classic fishing example. Teach a man how to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life. So you see, a good choice in this case is feeding the man right there and then. It's good right there and then because you feed the man, you provide for him, and he's no longer starving. However, the right choice, which is ultimately good in the end, is teaching the man how to fish. Because why? When you teach him how to fish, it can feed him and his family for the rest of his life. And what makes that the right choice ultimately good in the end is because you feed him for the rest of his life and he doesn't go back in that starving state. Whilst the good choice, you feed him for that day, however, the next day he'll be starving once that fish runs out. See, this is why the right choice or decision is ultimately good in the end. The good choice is not ultimately right in the end, because why? More times you're likely to get back to where you were if you just made the good choice, because most time the good choice is temporary and it's just for that moment or time. But what's the right decision or choice is long lasting. It's where you develop and build values. It's not just for right there and then. And this is where I'd also like to get into like the right choice or decision is often missed because it requires a little bit more patience and thought and endurance. Because going back to the example I've given is, imagine trying to teach someone who's hungry who only wants to eat right there and then. See, you've got to have a little bit of patience and thought to think, no, like, I just can't give you this fish right now and just feed you, because the following day you'll be back in the same state. So therefore, let me teach you these values, how to catch fish. Then you can feed yourself and the rest of your family for the following days to come and years. See, it takes that little bit of thought and endurance and time to come to that decision, whilst the good one is just, okay, yeah, listen, have these two fishes and eat, and bye. And the next day, the man's back in the same place, starving. So I'd like to encourage you guys, listen, take time and be patient when you make these choices that affect your lives. And try to make the right choice or decision as opposed to the good ones more often, and see where that gets you in life. It's been your boy Muzo. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, God bless.